India has accessed an emergency fund of some 7,000 odd crore rupees to buy weaponry and weapon systems to battle and tackle China at the border front. Now, this has happened after the 19th round of military talks, and it has happened ahead of Prime Minister Modi potentially sharing the stage and meeting eye to eye, maybe having a conversation as well with President Xi Jinping at the BRICS summit in South Africa.
Well, you know, when it comes to emergency purchases especially, we are entering the winter months, and that Depsang as well as Demchok, it's still unresolved, and still we are going to hold talks about it. Yesterday I was telling you, the five-finger strategy, where if you, this is the palm, you took up 3 Indian territories are in China's eyes. One is Sikkim, one is Ladakh, and of course
are
one
these
is Arunachal
fingers
Pradesh.
Also the ridges that you're trying to show?
No, I'm saying is that, see, the five-finger strategy of this thing is that you have Tibet as the staging area, and then the territories that the China, this is their long-term strategy that they are trying to nibble away. One is Arunachal Pradesh, which they call South Tibet. One is Bhutan. One is Nepal. One is Ladakh, and one is Sikkim. So this completes China's idea of its territorial integrity.
Right.
So you see all these territory, 2 are different countries and 3 are in India's sphere, and they are in the Himalayan region. So this conflict is always going to be there, and we have to be prepared, and we are entering the winter months as well. One of the biggest issues that we are facing strategically on the ground is that, our tank force, especially on the mountain, is heavy. The Chinese already have a light tank. We are yet to have a light tank deployed. We have been doing queries about it, and the government has come to some kind of an understanding to purchase light tanks that would be good for mountain warfare, and also do not fall in that heavy lift category. Right now we are having T-72s and other major, but they fall in the kind of heavy, medium heavy kind of category. So right now, when we are looking at the purchases that we are seeing over here when it comes to China, these are emergency purchases that were carried out because the Chinese are building huge infrastructure on the other side. They have rail network connectivity, they have road connectivity, they have their air bases also set up, and therefore they are in for the long haul. And the Chinese have also designated, the Tibet military region has been designated specially for looking into India-centric roles. They are much planned on the other side. It's not that we are less planned, but they are much planned on the other side.
They're way ahead of the game.
They're way ahead of the game, and as I told you, their territorial ideation is too huge.
Right. They have settlements. We have a vibrant villages program. I know, there I lekin durust hai.
But at least we are matching deployment to deployment. We are matching, everything is there.
And now with this as well, to counter China, India Army to buy weapons worth 7,300 crore using emergency purchase powers. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is likely to have direct interaction with Chinese President Xi Jinping next week. A copy written by my colleague Raghav Jaitley here at News9. He says to address the border security concerns posed by China, domestic manufacturers, these weapons are going to be bought from domestic manufacturers. Contracts worth another 7,000 crore are in the advanced stages of procurement. Now, if sources are to be believed, 49 schemes worth 7,600 crore rupees have already been contracted, and 34 more schemes worth 7,000 crore are in the final stages. What are we essentially buying? We're buying drones, we're buying counter-drone systems, automated spectrum monitoring systems, loiter munitions, simulators, communication systems, and vehicles, military-grade, top-notch vehicles that are a part of the list of equipment. Now, Indian Defence Forces were given emergency powers twice. Once in the wake of the Galwan crisis in the year 2020, and second after the Balakot airstrike. So this is the third time that the emergency powers under which money is going to be funded. The India-China military talks, on the other hand, it's all confusion. We spoke about it yesterday.
I think over there nothing happened in that talks. It's only that they've agreed we'll talk again.
19th round of talks, 19th time we're hearing that both sides spoke about quick de-escalation and disengagement, but that never really happens. And ahead of every meet, the idea that is out there in the public domain is that both sides are looking for a quick disengagement and quick de-escalation.
But it doesn't look like that.
It doesn't look like that. I also understand it's quite sensitive. Not everything must come out in the public domain as well, even as these meetings take place in the eastern Ladakh sector. What's going to happen next? BRICS summit, Xi Jinping, Prime Minister Modi, even as we buy these weapons, which they're going to learn of as well.
I think that's what I was saying yesterday also. Let's talk, let's have engagement, but we will keep our powder dry.